Okay, so this is a celebratory day here at the Woodland Escape, or what we've now called Kelly Station. And the reason it's so special is we just reached 100,000 subscribers.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought, right? And it all began with
Our son Shane. Yeah. We started building a root cellar years ago, and Shane kept saying, well, you guys should film this stuff. And then we started building a little trapper's cabin when we came back from the Yukon, and Shane said, you guys should film this stuff. But we knew nothing about cameras, we knew nothing about YouTube, and we just kept going. And then when Peter started building this tavern, well, Shane said, if you guys don't film it, I'm filming it. So we started.
the seed was planted, and it's been quite a ride.
It has. We learned a lot.
And as it evolved, we decided we wanted to, because I do it anyway and I'm dressed this way most of the time, we wanted to try to demonstrate the skills and the magic, I guess, because we find it kind of a magical time era. That's where our passion lies, to share those skills with people. And anyway, it's evolved.
We sure didn't expect 100,000 people to follow us along, that's
right,
for sure.
It's been a ride. One of the things we probably should have done was the takeouts, right? There have been a few.
Yeah, peeling a log and falling off the back end of it. And
sliding off the roof into a snowbank, building cabins, and in hindsight, we should have saved all that footage. And we've evolved in terms of the I guess the audio and the cinematography aspect of it, because our first they were hilarious.
We had a little iPhone 6, and I'm sitting in the canoe, and there's no gimbal on it, right? With the wind howling, and there's no dead cat. Never knew what a dead cat was.
Didn't know that. And the loons were calling. Remember the loons were calling? But we get home thinking, man, we captured those loons. You couldn't hear it over the woof, woof, woof of the wind in the audio. I think one of the highlights, though, for both Kathy and I, well, the fact that we're totally flattered, has been I guess people that have gotten involved in it. It's almost like a community now. We have almost every episode we produce, we get the same people, and it's like we've come to know them, eh?
Yeah.
We should throw out Marie's name. Marie is a classic commenter on our site.
We feel like we know her.
And she always comes out with these profound philosophical comments. Just one example, but a highlight when we wake up in the morning is I wonder who commented last night on the video, and as we're sipping on our coffee, we sometimes get quite a chuckle out of that.
This is not just a thank you to the people who have watched us and supported us, but it's a huge thank you to those who have contributed.
Absolutely. We've had, particularly, I'm going to throw out a few names, Alan Richard from Nova Scotia, really talented musicians, occasionally let me even jam with them. They've laid down a lot of the soundtracks, but we've had Meg B, who laid down some fiddle tracks for us. Koen from all the way from Holland initially. Michael from Delaware, and also a lot of amazing artisans that have made the trek here to Eastern Ontario.
From huge distances sometimes.
Right.
It blows my mind sometimes, the people who have come not only to help with the fort,
but show their artisan skills. I mean, we woke up one morning to bagpipes playing at our little cabin across the pond from our house, and we've had Denny Caron on the front porch finger weaving, sashes, 10 inches wide Métis sashes. Well, it just goes on and on.
It's just been a fabulous experience.
Yeah, and now we have people coming, we got people coming in a couple of weeks from Wisconsin. That's a solid 3-day drive. Another couple coming from Pennsylvania. And I guess we did build this to encourage people that have the same passion that Kathy and I share, to visit Kelly Station.
If you build it, they will come.
If you build it, they will come. That's classic. That's a good way to put it. And so that's where we're at with artisans. We hope a whole lot more come, and we'd like to showcase their skills.
Absolutely, because it's such an interesting time period, and there's so much we can learn from it.
I think, too, the fun part for us when people visit, getting to know new people, but it's the camaraderie around campfires.
And we've met some really interesting people.
Absolutely. And we want to thank the mosquitoes. In the filming of some of these episodes, we've been bombarded by mosquitoes.
Hands absolutely frozen holding the camera.
Mine are warm because I'm working with a Nax or something. But yeah, or things we've baked a few things. Well, me in particular, I decided to make my first sourdough bread in a Dutch oven. It turned out like a hockey puck.
Yeah, we couldn't even eat the inside of it.
Like I said, a few mosquitoes, some smoke filled eyes, but it's been quite a ride, and
it's a lot of fun. We just keep learning more stuff, and
and
Peter keeps just building more things.
Yeah. So the next up, we're just a heads up. We thought we were building structures, but now we're going to be building a trading post within the cabin. So we're going to be felling logs soon, and you'll see that whole process.
At least when we're filming on site, it's a rather easy editing project. It's when he goes away to a reenactment or something and he comes back from Fort Niagara with 2 hours of footage and he says, "Here, Kathy, make a video."
Really? I can't imagine. Like I said at the onset, it's not it certainly isn't the thing I'm doing. I'm just doing it anyway. But Kathy sometimes will spend a full day or longer. We did one trip down the Yukon. We had 16 hours of footage, and you condensed it down to...
We had 16 days of footage.
16 days of footage, and you condensed it down to...
I'm trying to figure out how to make this into a 50 or 45-minute video.
Yeah, anyway, that's the real work.
It's been a hoot. I guess so. So thank you to everybody who's watched our videos, liked, subscribed, shared, commented. It's been a wonderful experience.
And so here we go. Let's go on to the next chapter.
And keep having fun. And
we always have fun. People have asked that question. We've produced a video a week for
5 years.
Yeah, at least 4.5+ years. And some people, man, that must get tedious. But we both enjoy what we're doing. And so on to the next chapter.
And there's always more to learn.
A little more chaos behind the scenes, and hopefully a lot more guests coming to Kelly's station, because that truly is a highlight for us. Right now it's on to the next chapter, right?
Yep.